Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, so today I want to talk about a subject I think it's really important because I think pretty much everyone on this channel, or at least 90% of us, have gone through it. Okay, so first I want to say two things. Number one, I want to thank Soan Leah. She made a very generous donation of $50, which is kind of unusual, and I do want to say thank you very much. And if you do want a phone call, Soan Leah, don't worry about it. There's no charge. And for all of you, if you don't know, there's a PayPal link right there in the description box where you can leave a donation. Oh, by the way, I haven't made this, I've gone way over the number for you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to have commercials and make money from that. I have not turned that on yet, but I'm not sure. When I look at my YouTube videos, when I watch them, because I always watch them after when I upload them, I don't see any commercials, but someone told me that they have seen commercials on my YouTube channel. So let me know if like ads and stuff have been popping up. Okay, so one more thing I want to talk about is we just went through what they call the Lionsgate portal. It's 8/8, so it's the 8th month, the 8th day. And a lot of people, it is told, and it is true, that you can manifest very well during this period. So it's like a portal, like opens wide open, let's call it in the universe, okay? But there's another side to it. It also opens up and allows your emotions and your feelings and issues to come up. So here's what I want to say about that. So if you were very emotional up and like almost like you were crying, and then 4 hours later you're just in the happiest mood, and then 4 hours later you're crying again. So that's kind of part of the Lionsgate portal, is it opens you up emotionally. So if you've been this way the last, probably just a few days to a week before the 8th. So I'm on the 10th right now. This is Saturday, but so if you've been this way for the last 5 days or a week and you're still that way now, it's okay. Just go with it for now. Okay, today's subject is going to be about anger. So a lot of you probably for the first time in your life, when you went through that real, I call it Great Wall of China, where you got hurt so bad and you woke up to what narcissist abuse was, and you began to realize, like, wait a minute, they've been doing that stuff on purpose. And what happened was you isolated yourself because a lot of you were really scared. Okay, and here's why. For the first time in your life, you realized, wait a minute, you mean these people have been doing this stuff on purpose? And then you flashed back to your life, all the way back to your childhood, and you're like, wait a minute. All this time I thought they just happened to be in a bad mood, or they were grumpy, or they were hungry and they just took their anger out on me. You mean they've been planning and doing this stuff on purpose all these years? Yes. Number one, that was a very terrifying realization. Number two, you got very angry. I'm here to tell you that is absolutely 100% normal and very healthy and very self-loving. Here's why. Anger is the part of you that loves you the most. It's the part that is no longer willing to put up with other people's attacks, bullshit, mind games, gaslighting. It's the part of you that is willing to stand up and fight for you. Because it loves you very much. This literally is your spirit. Now the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of you, for the first time in your life, you got really angry. And it felt bad, didn't it? It felt like you were doing something wrong, but you weren't. I just watched a video where a guy was interviewing Bishop Marimari, and he said, the interviewer was asking him questions. And he said, is sex outside of marriage a sin? He goes, yes. And he said, I forget what other questions. Maybe it's like, if you're married, you have sex with someone else, is that a sin? He's like, yes. And then he said, if you do this, is that a sin? He said, yes. And then he says, if you kill someone out of self-defense, is that a sin? And he said, no. Now, the Dalai Lama said something very, very similar. So he was being interviewed, and someone asked him a question, said, is there any time it's okay to kill someone? Or I think it was like if someone is raping your child or attacking your child or something like that, is it okay to physically do something? He says, oh yeah. He goes, if you have a gun and you're being attacked by someone, shoot them. Shoot them. Yeah, I think it was something to the effect of, if they are attacking you, trying to hurt you, harm you, kill you. And he said, yes. He goes, shoot them. Shoot them. Like, don't be stupid. Like, yeah, protect yourself. He goes, if you can, try to shoot them in the leg or the arm to stop them. But if you can't, he goes, just shoot them. See, a lot of people get on that level 6 spirituality where it's all, oh, save the earth, save the whales, and forget common sense. Like, no. Spirituality is all about common sense. Protecting yourself and your family and your children is a divine right. So do not feel bad if you had thoughts of protecting yourself, thoughts of fighting back, thoughts of being very, very angry, because that part of you is saying, I'm going to protect us even if you won't. So thank that part, love that part. That part is it's better than your best friend. It's willing to do what you're not willing to do. Thank it, love it, appreciate it, and realize this is a very healthy thing. So let's read this here right now. It says, I think people drown internally when they don't speak their truth, and as the water levels rise, suffocating the life. The only way out is to destroy the dam on the throat chakra. In other words, speak up when someone does you wrong. Cut people off when someone does you wrong. Get angry when someone does you wrong. This is healthy and this is normal. Express your emotions. Get them out. You know, one of the realizations I had recently was about all my life, I just assumed, oh, they didn't mean that. Oh, it was an accident. Oh, they were in a bad mood. Oh, somebody must have done something mean to them. So all my life, I just forgave people. And I just forgave and forgotten, and then they would do it again. Then they would do it again. Then they would do it again. Because for the life of me, I could not imagine people would be this mean on purpose. When I realized they would set things up, they were planning things, they were gaslighting on purpose, they were instigating arguments and fight, they were antagonizing, all of this was just a game to them, and they were doing all this on purpose. That, number one, really freaked me out. Why would all these people be like this? What's wrong with them? Number two, the realization literally was terrifying. And then afterwards came the anger, and that's actually a natural progressive step. Now, the reason why I'm saying this to you guys is because a lot of you are empaths, spiritual workers, etc., and you think that you're supposed to be kind and nice and always respond with niceness. No, there's a problem with that. There's no common sense. Okay, now the right brain is the common sense brain. Now, we're looking at an image here of somebody meditating. So a lot of people will do the either or to this and assume, well, this is just someone who's very peaceful, learning how to be peaceful, which is true. There's a lot of truth to that. But what it's really about is clarity. So do you guys remember this guy right here? His name is David Carradine, and he used to play a fictional movie actor called Kung Fu, and his name was, in the movie, I believe it was called Michael Caine, it was Michael Caine, but he was also known as, I believe it was Kwai Shang, if I remember right. No, I just looked up, it's Kwai Chang. So he was known to meditate a lot, And guess what he also learned? He learned how to fight. The very temple that was teaching him how to be a Shaolin monk was also teaching him how to fight, because Shaolin monks generally are taught at a very young age how to fight. They get very, very good at it. I myself used to meditate before I would train or fight in competition. Yes, that was me on the left. So if you want to quote Mother Nature, every animal knows how to fight or has some kind of deadly skill to protect themselves. What I'm saying is, when people do you wrong, it is very normal and healthy to get angry. Especially on the level of what the narcissist had done to you. So meditation is not meant to be like, oh, only be peaceful. It is to be peaceful. It is to bring clarity within, which can help you to succeed in life. Including fighting. If you have a clear mind, you're going to fight very, very well. If you're scattered, if you're in a state of fear, you're not going to do so good. So here's a final thought. Something I learned a long time ago. It's actually when I was going to an energy healer. She taught this to me. I think I heard it before, but I didn't quite get it. So here's the deal. I'm the kind of person, or used to be, that if someone did something wrong, I'd forgive them. They did it again, I'd forgive them. They did it again, forgive them, and forgive them. Well, here's what she said. She goes, you know, and then what would happen was it would get worse and worse and worse and worse, to where it's like so far over the line. It's like me and everybody in the room can see, like, hey, dude, like, you pushed this guy way too far. And then I would get upset and I would yell at them, feeling justified. And saying, hey, don't do that, that's messed up. And then they would get mad at me, and I was like, that didn't make... And they would literally get furious with me. So my energy healer says, well, it's actually your fault. I'm like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. See, have you guys ever heard that we teach people how to treat us? Well, we do. If someone does something wrong, and you let them get away with it, you just taught them it's okay to get away with doing wrong to you. And so they would do it again, and I used to let them get away with it. Then they would do something else or push a little further. It's like some people, it's like they're testing you. They're trying. Okay, now here's what she said. She goes, Michael, they just want to know where your boundaries are. So if you don't like what they did, let them know, and they'll be like, oh, okay. Because otherwise, she said, Michael, you let people push you. And it's like, imagine you're going back 1 foot, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And you're like 50 feet over that way. And then one day they do this little thing and you blow up at them. And they're like, what the hell's your problem? I pushed you 50 feet far. I did like 2 inches right today. And you're blowing up. And that's what it confuses them. Another thing you're going to have to really, really understand. This is probably number one. Most people are not conscious for shit. Most people are just automatons. They're machines. They're Robotrons. This is what they do, and they're on automatic pilot, and they literally don't know any better. And I remember I said, I don't understand, I can kick this person's ass, and yet they're so nice to this other person over here. She's like, Michael, that's because that person over there got pissed off and expressed it the minute that person crossed their boundary. That's why it's so important to speak your truth. Now, when I say speak your truth, I don't mean in this crazy way, but if someone does something that offends you, hurts you, upsets you, say something, do something. Otherwise, they're just going to keep doing it. And if they do keep doing it, walk and block. That's how you do it. It's literally that simple. The problem with most empaths is they want everyone to like them, or they want everyone to get along. No, you have got to break that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person if you don't get along with someone. In fact, I pride myself now in being, I don't like this person. Or another thing I'll do, all right, watch this. So number one, if you've told someone like, hey, I don't like that when you do that, so stop doing it, and then they do it again the next day or a week later, I am telling you right now, that's a narcissist. I mean, you could give them maybe one more chance at most. I have a 2 strikes and you're out rule. That's it. Now, here's what I do. If they get mad at me the second time, I tell them, hey, I don't like that, don't do that. Hey, right now, we're done. So here's another one. If they start getting mad at me and saying, oh, you know, you're uptight, or you're a perfectionist, or you're this, or you're that, say, oh, okay, well, then you don't have to be around me. And they're like, wait, what? Because a narcissist is saying that because they're trying to punish you and saying, hey, I'm right, you're wrong, you're the one who needs to correct your behavior, not me. Here's the deal. 2 people do not have to be around each other at all. 2 people don't have to get along. You can have different beliefs and different values, and that's fine, and I don't need to be around that person. And that's absolutely 100% okay. So if someone's doing some behavior that I don't like, or like, here's the other thing that I was bringing up is, if they start saying you're a bad person, you're mean, you're this, or you're a monster, or anything like that, just anything like I don't like you, I don't like when you do this, say, hey man, and this is my Uno Reverso card. It's my get out of jail card. I'll say, oh, so you don't like me? Oh, you think I'm a bad person? Oh, you think I'm domineering? Oh, you think I'm this? Well, there's no reason for us to talk anymore. Bye. And I tell them, I go, you can leave and just don't call me anymore. And I tell you what I do, I immediately block people on everything. You want to be narcissist proof? That's what you do. Someone accuses you of being a bad person, saying you did bad things, you just say, boom, we're done. That's how you stay narc proof. Because think about it, use a little bit of common sense. If someone doesn't like me or someone else, why would they consistently be around them? Why would they keep going back? Because they want to punish you. They want to take their anger out on you. That's why. It makes no sense to keep coming around someone that they don't like. If they don't like you, tell them. Say, obviously you don't like me, so don't come around. The reason why they're constantly saying, oh, you're bad, oh, you're wrong, oh, you're this, is because they're trying to get you to submit to them. And therefore now they can walk all over you and treat you like shit. That's why they're doing it. And all you have to do is walk and block and tell them, it's like, oh, well, you think I'm a bad person? You think there's bad things about me? Well, you don't have to be around me anymore. Don't call me anymore. Bye. What shocks a lot of people is I actually fire my clients. I'll just like, hey man, we have a standard here. You're here to learn. You're here to pay attention. You're not here to blame, shame, be Mr. Negative. Like when people come in the door like that, boom, it's like, yeah, we're done. During a master practitioner training in NLP, they flat out told us, like, look, there's these people called mismatchers. They will argue. They will disagree. They will fight. They will take the opposite point, even if 5 minutes ago they took the same point you're expressing right now. When you run into one of those people, get rid of them, fire them, tell them that you're not going to work with them anymore. Because they're not here to learn. They're here just to mess with you. Back then we called them mismatchers. Now we know what they are. They're narcissists. So if you pull that rug on them and they fall back on their head, and oh shit, they kind of wake up like, damn, I guess this little game's not going to work with them. They're like, oh no, it's not that I don't like you. It's not. Be like, no, you don't. Here's what I say. I say, no, you don't like who I am as a person. And that's absolutely fine. That's okay. You don't have to like me. But what you have to do is leave and never come back. I'm okay with people not liking me. People don't have to like me. And I don't have to like other people either. And that's anyone. If anyone is a jerk, is mean, is argumentative, and just like you just don't like it, fine. I don't like that person, and I'm okay with that. And so should you. Hey, thank you guys for listening. This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. If you like this video, please click subscribe, click the like button, make a comment. And remember, there's a PayPal link right there in the description box if you want to make a donation. God bless you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.